All right, my name is Jim Hepler. I directed, wrote, and edited this, and I played the slasher himself.
My name is Jake Young. I play the master, and I also did some of the art credits, and amongst other things like shooting.
My name is Brian Welch, first victim, and I did some of the camera work.
And actually figured out some of the angles too, as I recall.
Yeah, I didn't do any of this camera work though.
This part, yeah, this is me actually doing this. While Jake was waiting around doing other stuff, as I recall. Jake did this zoom in actually, and that's because I had to open the door here.
I'm quite proud of this, by the way.
The shadow.
Yeah, my direction being zoom in slowly, and you're like, okay.
I could get professional Hollywood work now.
Yeah, being able to operate, digital zoom. And I really like this too. Like, man, he's so good at lockpicking. 2 like broken paper clips and like a deadbolt.
Yeah, like if he's planning on breaking in place, don't you think he'd have like professional tools for
He
that?
well, obviously he doesn't need them.
Yeah.
He's just that good.
It also, helped the fact that I had a key.
That's right. Jake is the one actually unlocking this. I'm the one unzooming. And in a moment, you can see Brian as the first victim here.
If you watch closely, I think you can see
Yeah, you
my
can.
clothes change throughout this.
They don't change here. They change in the when you sit back down for when it's in the close-up.
Yeah, I am wearing like a sweater or something.
And yeah, you were actually reading this, and as I recall, it took you a little longer than I wanted you to put it down. You were like, oh, I have to keep reading it.
It's a good book, by the way, in case anyone wants to read it. Confederacy of Dunces. John Kennedy Toole. I like the eyebrows.
Yeah, your bunny reaction is, yeah, there you go.
There we
Upper
go.
lip, bunny reaction.
What?
And the creaking actually is that door, because that door is awesome.
There he is.
And there's Jake very awkwardly trying to hold the camera up. And while holding a light to illuminate the door, as I recall.
Hey, I think I did a good job with that.
You did do a good job, but it was very awkward. You're like, oh, one in one hand, one in the other.
I think we're missing our assistant lighting.
Yeah, Amy, my sister, did a little bit of. She basically pointed a light in 2 scenes.
Do. Let's go back and read.
Yeah, and this is a reverse shot right here. This is actually Brian putting the book away, but I reversed it because I was missing a shot. Yeah, so you can see just barely that his shirt is different, and then it switches back again.
Ow.
That scene took a long time. Apparently, I'm not very good at like dying hands.
At twitching hands, yeah. And there's more Confederacy of Dunces shot, man. We really featured that book.
We should have filled you up full of coffee.
A little bit of shaking going on.
Yeah.
Caffeine shakes.
That's how I clean my blades off at home.
Just flick the blood into the ground.
Yes, all the people I kill.
I guess the book's fairly relevant because the author killed himself before getting published. So, lots of death in this movie. Killing himself and all.
It's too bad he didn't get killed with a kukri. Then it'd be even more relevant.
I think he put himself in a car.
Yeah, with like almost with exhaust fumes or
Yeah.
something.
Creepy feet.
You can also see a lot of these shots slant down to the right slightly, and that's because I was using a really, really bad tripod, and it wasn't deliberate. Sound investment, if you're making movies, is to buy like even a $40 semi-decent tripod, not with a broken head.
I am also reading a book because in this household we like to read. And if you notice, I'm wearing a fat suit.
Really? Is that what that was?
Oh, that's what I'd like to think.
Yeah, and no gloves in this shot. No, I'm supposed to. That was just a mistake on my part because I had to keep taking them off to operate the camera in all these shots.
And yes, in the background, that is a Neo Geo.
Neo Geo is pretty badass.
I should have been playing that instead of reading a book.
That would have been pretty good actually.
I am
No.
so great at catching knives. That hurt my fingers, by the way.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that celery that you used? To
Yeah,
do
the crunching noise is celery.
yeah.
Superhuman pose.
I think this is me doing all the camera work now.
Yeah, Brian did basically all the fight camera work, and he also helped work out a lot of the angles because the angles that I had were sometimes a little off, and Brian did the low shots and some high shots, and I think it worked out quite well actually. You did a good job, Brian.
Yep.
Yeah, right there. You stepped on my foot.
Yep, that's actually in the blooper reel after the end credits, as I believe.
I believe initially we wanted to have me try and jump kick you, but I fell and hurt myself.
Yeah, that's right. We tried to have Jake here do a drop kick and then fall down, and we did a test shot with a bunch of padding, but Jake's just too big for the kind of padding I had.
Yeah,
And-
blankets and pillows don't work too well.
And that last sequence is my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, that little bit with the camera falling, where it's a little bit shaky. That looked quite good.
The best
You can-
use of fishing line in a movie.
Yeah, we pulled the head with fishing line monofilament. Just made a fake head, yanked it off. Surprisingly well, actually. Just duct taped to a piece of plastic-shaped object.
Apparently, Jake's used to killing people by cutting off their heads.
It works.
It's true. I learned everything from that book.
Yeah, the Book of Five Rings, which has a lot of things about kukris in it and murdering people.
If only I could read.
Yeah, that is a problem. And then we fade down in a second,
Yep.
and then we get credits more made by Jake again. Yay!
I'd like to credit Photoshop for this. I couldn't have done it without it.
Could have done it by hand and scanned it.
No, I'm just unable. Photoshop.
Well, all right. This doesn't take very long, so we're probably gonna have to say bye now.
I think you fell down like 5 times.
Yeah, it was
there.
like 5 times. But all right, thank you for listening to this commentary. But this is about the end of it. So thanks for listening. Bye.